so today I have a review that I'm pretty excited about. I want to do some more affordable skincare line reviews. I realize like most of the ones that I've done have been pretty, what would be considered like luxury or high price points. I do want to do some more affordable brand reviews for you guys, and I have a couple of lined up. And the first one that I've got today is actually really exciting. I'm really excited to bring this review to you guys. It's a brand that I think most people will be familiar with, not for their skincare, but for their like candles and home scents. They only recently got into skincare, and I'm actually pretty familiar with the products because the skincare used to be from a brand called Fable Naturals. They were a Canadian brand that then became Woodlot deodorant, where they only sold deodorant. But I got to try out their skincare before they sold everything off. I really fell in love with the skincare, and I was really upset that they were actually closing the skincare portion of their business. I've talked about their deodorant a ton, Woodlot deodorant. It's fantastic. It's still my favorite deodorant. I just finished a jar of it. It's just awesome. But I was really excited to find out that Woodlot bought the formulas of Fable Naturals skincare, at least most of them. 5 of the 6 products are like identical to what the Fable Naturals ingredients and products were, but there is one product in the line that wasn't in the Fable Naturals line and is like completely a new product. So if you were ever familiar with Fable Naturals, which I don't think most people probably were, because they were a smaller, like I said, Canadian skincare company, and Woodlot is another Canadian company, and they don't sell their skincare in any sort of like retail shops right now, at least not that I could find, at least not in the US. But I'm still excited to bring you this review even though the products are from Canada and they might be a little bit, I didn't actually check shipping wise how much it costs to have stuff shipped from, you know, Woodlot to the US. But I've got the entire Woodlot collection here that I'm really excited to share with you. It's a bunch of products that I've been absolutely loving. I've been using them for like the last month and they are fantastic. And like I said, again, I had some previous experience with them when they were Fable Naturals. So let's go ahead and just get started. I'm gonna do them in order of how you would use them. And I'm sorry if I keep leaning. The tripod I have for my vlogging camera is not the best. So it is leaning and I keep having to like readjust it. So anyway, let's start with the cleanser. So Woodlot has a rinseable cleansing balm cleanser. It's their Nourishing Cleansing Balm with lemon and petitgrain. It comes in a really nice big size. It's 112 grams, which I think is pretty close to 4 ounces. I'm not exactly sure of the ounces of that, but it is a cleansing balm. This is a formula that is like a direct comparison to the Fable Naturals one. I bought a few jars of this from Fable Naturals before they went out of business. I absolutely loved it. I was planning on talking about it as an affordable cleansing balm before they went under, but I'm so glad that I get to now. It is $39 for this giant big jar, which will last you quite a long time. And like I said, it is a rinseable cleansing formula. So it is made with apricot kernel oil, olive oil, jojoba, shea butter, candelia wax, lime oil, petitgrain oil, lemon, lavender, and most of the ingredients are organic. It's not completely organic, but I love this. It's not exfoliating like say the Mahalo Unveil is, but it is a very effective cleansing balm. I would say it removes like about 95% of my makeup. This is the only cleanser that Woodlot has, so I do usually, if I'm wearing makeup like today, I would have to go in with like a second cleanse of some kind or a cotton pad soaked toner just to remove the remnants of the makeup. I have used it both where you just emulsify it with water and you completely rinse it off, or you remove it with like a wet washcloth. Both works well. If you remove it with a washcloth, you probably would get the majority of the makeup off versus just, you know, rinsing it and emulsifying it with water. But either way works great. I love both ways. It makes my skin feel really clean, really soft, really nourished. If you're looking for an effective cleansing balm that's an affordable one that's going to last you quite a while, because like I said, again, it is, you know, a really big size. I've used this morning and night. I use it as my first nighttime cleanse. I've used it in the morning. It is a really great cleanser. So if you're looking for an affordable cleansing balm that emulsifies with water, Woodlot has a really great one. I definitely recommend it. It's one that I loved before when it was Fable Naturals. Just really effective, really fantastic. So the next product that they've got is a dry powder exfoliant. I mean, I guess this could be considered like a cleanser, but I really wouldn't consider this like a second cleanse. This is more just like an exfoliant. All right, so I unfortunately was getting attacked by mosquitoes outside, so I had to pack it up and bring it inside because my legs are just like now covered in mosquito bites. They were totally fine earlier. We were outside for like an hour. I filmed another video out there earlier, but apparently it's now, you know, the mosquito time of the day. So anyway, the second product that they've got is the Almond and Quinoa Fresh Face Exfoliant. You guys know I really love dry powder exfoliants, and this is definitely one of my favorite ones. It's very gentle, it's very non-abrasive, but it really exfoliates the skin. What I like to do most of the time with dry powder exfoliants is mix them in with a creamy cleanser and then use it together, but I really like this one on its own. It's just really effective. I think you'll be able to tell how much I've used. I just really love this. I use it a couple of times a week. It just is just a great, it's great for smoothing the skin. It's great for exfoliating, but again, it's not harsh or too abrasive. It's got almond flour, quinoa flour, oat flour, rice, French green clay, citrus oil, orange oil, bergamot, and rose geranium. I really love this. This is, again, like I said, one of my favorites. I love to use it on its own. Most days I will use it after I have used the cleansing balm at night. I will just, you know, rub it on, exfoliate my skin after I've used the cleansing balm. I have used it in the morning as well. It's great for prepping the skin for makeup. It's just, again, it's super fine. It's non-abrasive. It doesn't have any salt or sugar or any like large granule parts in it to sort of, that would be really rough or like harsh on the skin. This, if you're looking for a dry powder exfoliant, I definitely recommend that one. I think it's fantastic. That's one that I would rebuy over and over again. Loved it when it was Fable Naturals. Love it even more now. It is slightly different. I don't know if they've just played around with the ingredients a little bit. The ingredients are the same, but it looks a little bit different, and I think the amount of ingredients has changed a little bit, but that's pretty much the same formula, just as good as it was when it was Fable Naturals. So the one mask that they have in the line is the green tea and clay mask. This is a rejuvenating mask to cleanse and detoxify, leaving pores minimized and skin refreshed. It's Canadian colloidal clay, oat flour, green tea, seaweed powder, bergamot oil, grapefruit oil, and orange oil. And I really like this for like a once a week detoxifying mask. I like to actually mix it in with a little bit of the oil that they've got. Let's see, their Nourishing Facial Oil. I do like to mix a couple of drops of this in with that just so it doesn't dry completely, keeps the skin like nourished. It's just it is a really great inexpensive mask that really does the job. It, you know, cleanses the skin, makes the skin look really good. I'm wearing minimal, I know my lip is like sort of bolder now that I'm seeing it on the inside. But I'm wearing minimal makeup. I'm wearing the Sappho CC cream, which definitely doesn't have a ton of coverage. I do have a little bit of the concealer underneath my eyes, but for the most part, my skin is pretty much showing through, and I've been using this skincare routine for the last 4 weeks. I do have one other product that I'm going to show you is something that I use at night because they don't have like a night cream, or I like to use heavier creams and balms at night. So I have been just adding in one other thing. But for the most part, this is pretty much all that I've been using, and my skin just absolutely loves it. It's like simple ingredients, good quality skincare, and really you don't need a $600 routine to make your skin look really good. My skin just looks, at least I think so. I mean, it looks really good for me. But this is definitely a mask that I recommend. I think it's great if you're looking for an inexpensive sort of like detoxifying mask, or like a mask to draw out impurities. Yeah, if you like a clay mask, it's very gentle. It doesn't get super tight and like pull at the skin like say the Aztec one does. Like, what is that Aztec? Whatever that Aztec mask is, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's not super harsh and like pulling like that one is. It's just a very gentle formula. So let's talk about the Nourishing Facial Toner that contains rose water and hyaluronic acid. This is the one product that is like brand new to the line. Fable Naturals didn't have anything like this. I don't even think they had a toner. I don't recall. But this is like a dropper style hyaluronic acid. I mean, I would probably compare it most to like the Indie Lee CoQ10 toner kind of product. It's very different, but it's similar in style, where it's one that you pat on the face or like with a cotton pad. It says to use a cotton ball and wipe it on the face and neck, but I always just like drop it into my fingers and just like apply it. This is rose water, witch hazel, glycerin, rose geranium, lavender, hyaluronic acid. So it's very, very basic. If you like liquid hyaluronic acids and not so much like a gel, this is a really great one actually. This would be in my top 5 hyaluronic acid serums because it really does smooth and hydrate and plump the face. I will, after I cleanse, so say I did like the cleansing balm, the cleansing grains, and then I did like a mask. So say we're doing the whole thing. I will do like 10 drops of this and then rub it all over my whole face, and my skin just feels smooth and plump and just like hydrated, and it just looks and feels really, really good. For the price, I mean, you really can't beat it. I think one other product that I might sort of like compare this to is the Moon Anti-Rose Toner, which is more expensive, but it also is twice the size of this. This is 2 ounces, where the Moon Anti-Rose Toner I think is like 3.4. But if you're looking for, again, something inexpensive that's on that kind of like that product, this would be like a dupe for that, I would say. I definitely recommend the Woodlot one because I think it's fantastic. So now let's go over their facial oil. This is their Nourishing Facial Oil. It's rich in nourishing ingredients that absorb quickly to feed the skin. This is rosehip, olive, apricot, jojoba, argan, shea butter, bergamot, lavender. Bergamot and lavender is like a pretty common theme throughout all of the skincare. But again, I love this. This is a really great nourishing facial oil. I like to use this after I've used the toner, before I use the moisturizer. It is just a really nourishing formula. It's just like this great golden color, absorbs really, really nicely into the skin. Almost leaves like, just like a soft, like buttery finish. It's not so much matte. I mean, I guess it kind of is. It's like it leaves like a matte, dry, nourished, like buttery finish. Like this hand feels so much more like nourished than this one does, even just putting like 2 drops on it. And during the day, I will use about 6 drops underneath the moisturizer, and at night, I will use about 8 drops underneath my moisturizer of choice. But again, if you are into simple but effective skincare, this is a really great moisturizer. I mean, it's similar, I would guess, to like the Pie rosehip oil, but that's only 1 ingredient. This has a few other things that make it a little bit more nourishing. If you do well with rosehip, you would like this one, I think. It does have shea butter in it, so if you do have like an aversion to shea butter, you might not get on with it as well, but I haven't had any issues with breakouts, clogging my pores. If anything, my skin just looks like 10 times better than it usually does. But again, I also don't have an aversion or a reaction to shea butter like some people do. But it keeps my skin nourished, it keeps my skin moisturized, and yeah, I just love it. The last thing that they've got is the Nourishing Facial Moisturizer with chamomile and shea. So this is this is considered more of like a daytime moisturizer for me. I mean, you could use it at night and it wouldn't be an issue. I could probably use this at night and my skin would be fine, but I like something heavier at night that can sink into my skin. This leaves sort of like a nice matte finish almost. When it pumps out, a lot of the creams that I have, you probably can't be able to tell on camera. A lot of the creams that I have almost like a shiny finish, but this has like a matte. It like pumps out matte. I hope that you can tell, but literally when you look at it, there's like no shine. It is just like a matte. It looks matte. It's also very, very lightweight. It rubs into the skin almost like a serum almost. It's almost like watery, like a serum. It is really nice. So this is full of gentle ingredients that absorb quickly and nourish all skin types. It's water, olive oil, apricot kernel oil, jojoba, hydrolyzed oats, rosehip, shea butter, chamomile, lavender, rose geranium. It does have like a light like rose geranium, maybe sort of lavender scent. It is beautiful. It's become one of my favorite moisturizers because it is lightweight. It does absorb so quickly. It keeps my skin hydrated and moisturized all day long. My skin just feels really good. It really likes it. It's just great ingredients again. It just makes my skin, really just overall, my skin really likes all of the products. They are inexpensive but effective and good quality. There's a lot of organic ingredients there. They're not completely organic, but there are a lot of organic ingredients. They're simple, they're minimal. I do like that about some skincare lines where it's like minimal ingredients but very, very effective. You know, most of the formulas have between like 10 and 15 ingredients, if that many. The day cream has a bit more ingredients just because there are emulsifiers and other things like that in it that I didn't list, but I'll go ahead and link it down below so you can check out the full ingredient list. But again, it's like minimal. I love minimal skincare, especially when it keeps things affordable, but it still works as good as more expensive skincare. So I've gotten better results with this skincare line than I have with some like really expensive skincare lines. So if you're looking for something inexpensive and good quality, you really can't go wrong with the Woodlot skincare line. I really like them. The one thing that I have been using that's not in the skincare line of Woodlot, I was out of focus a little bit, hopefully not for too long, but one thing that I have been using that's not been in the skincare line, the Woodlot skincare line, that I've been using at nighttime, because I like to use something heavier as like a night cream or like a night balm than the moisturizer offers. The moisturizer is great for the day. You could use it at night, but I just prefer something heavier. I have been using the Live Botanical Rose and Chia Renewing Concentrate, which again is another really, really affordable, beautiful, effective skincare line. And this Rose and Chia Renewing Concentrate has just been fantastic for my skin. I use it at night mixed with a little gua sha, and my skin really, really, it has not looked better in like such a long time. It's been a long time since my skin has looked this good, and it really is like minimal effort. I usually have to like put a lot of I usually have to use like a really harsh spot treatment, and I haven't even used a spot treatment in a while because I ran out. But I haven't felt the need to like rebuy a new one super quickly because my skin just, it heals really quickly on its own. I do credit it a lot to this as well. So if you're looking at like the skincare, the Woodlot skincare line, definitely look into the Live Botanical Rose and Chia Renewing Concentrate, because I think this would make a great pair to the line. The only other thing that I would recommend adding in is like an eye cream. I have been using the Osea Eyes and Lips underneath my eyes just because I feel like I'm older, I have, you know, more wrinkles and stuff underneath my eyes, but I have felt the need to use an eye cream because I feel like my eyes just need it. They just need more moisture and like hydration under there than this line is providing. But I mean, you could even use the oil underneath your eyes as like an eye oil. I just haven't been. I prefer creams underneath my eyes. I just like it better. I feel like the oil travels up and into my eyes and irritates them. But I mean, you could even use this underneath your eyes too if you really wanted to. But this would make a beautiful pair with the rest. I mean, it does make a beautiful pair because I've been using it with the line, and my skin just looks great. It feels great. It heals quicker. It just, all around, this is just a really great line that I would recommend to anybody. I don't really have much else to say about it other than definitely check it out if you're looking for something more affordable and good quality. I don't really think you can get better than this. I mean, I do have a few more affordable lines that I have lined up that I'll be doing over the next couple of months, but I really, really like this skincare line. I think it's great. It's highly effective. It's very affordable. The ingredients are fantastic. Yeah, my skin just loves them, and I really would like to see more people using Woodlot because I don't think that there are a ton of people who have tried them because they are Canadian and because they're not in any retail shops. Integrity Botanicals did just start carrying their candles and like room sprays, so I hope at some point they start carrying their skincare line because I love the skincare line, and I would like it to be more easily accessible to everybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave all the information I have for Woodlot down below. I'll link everything to the Woodlot website, but I hope that you guys check it out because I really love the line. And let me know any other affordable skincare lines that you'd like to see reviews for. Maybe I'm not working on them and I can, you know, reach out and work on them. But let me know what you think about Woodlot. Had you heard about Woodlot before, the Woodlot skincare? Was it something you were interested in trying? Yeah, I will see you guys in my next one.